I haven't really talked about my background too much on my platforms, but for those of you who don't know, I'm currently getting my PhD in chemistry. Prior to this, I was doing my postbac at the National Institutes of Health. During my tenure at the NIH, I was working in Dr. Lawrence Tabak's lab, who's basically like the #2 guy at NIH, and at the time was the acting director, so the #1 guy at NIH. And I also served on the bargaining committee of what is now the local 2750. I was trying to find some documentation of my time in leadership at Local 2750. The science article that was published today that's covering this topic has this picture from when we were submitting our authorization card, and you can see my big ass forehead right there. Alongside thousands of other fellows at the NIH, we spent countless hours dedicated to the formation and establishment of this union. Countless one-on-one conversations. I spent so many hours alongside the other bargaining committee members, reading articles, writing up the articles that go into the contract that exists today. And the NIH unilaterally decided that they will no longer recognize the NIH's Fellows Union. Outside of this being completely immoral and a total disrespect to all workers in the sciences, and I would say workers across the country, this is just blatantly illegal. We had a legally binding agreement, and we spent the better part of a year negotiating back and forth. And prior to that, the NIH did recognize that the fellows could form a union. And to go back on this is blatantly illegal, and it should not stand. Response will be from Local 2750, but I'll be sure to provide updates as to how people can support and follow along. This will not stand, and it's important that we all stay informed and recognize the difference also between this administration, who's trying to dissolve this union that is a first of its kind and is giving voices to workers that didn't have a voice prior, as opposed to the last administration, which did recognize the union and was able to negotiate this contract in somewhat good faith at times. Massive, massive difference. Okay, bye.